Hi, it's Karen. Show 39. I do weird stuff. I traveled abroad one time and I'd like have baby adventures. I'm kind of weird. And it was this person who was like really, really, really petite in height, like really petite, like maybe his head came to my chest, the top of his head, really petite, and he just wanted me. So I said, okay, I'll go on a date with you. He just wanted to say, he just asked me out on a date. So I'm like, okay, sure. People are the same height should actually go together because I'm certain the length, what's important because you don't want to like not totally get fulfilled. I'm certain it kind of complements. Like if you have a long torso, such as myself, you have usually a long canal. Shorter bodies, short canals, so they kind of work. Anyway, so I'm like, where are we going to eat? And all of a sudden he wanted to get a room. So I'm like, oh, okay. No, my goddamn well, I wasn't going to do anything. Point is, I just watched. I like watch a movie. And so I'm just with him on this. Did we get on a bus or something? We got a bus. Now I'm out in another country. So my language was kind of like, I'm like intermediate-ish. Mid-intermediate, even though when I got tested, they said beginner intermediate. But they also told me that their test is a little rough, so I'm kind of like probably above beginner's intermediate Spanish. I love it. So I'm just listening to him, and I go with him, and now we go into like a motel hotel, and I'm just watching. It's like not the most expensive ones. It's like one of the ones you see in the movie where people are like on every fucking form of hallucinogen and drogas and whatever the fuck you can find for $2 a night, maybe. It looked like it. So they were just cleaning it up. I guess the other people just got finished, so they were mopping the floors. But they're very clean there. Mopping the floors and cleaning it. You seen them do the sheets and stuff before he got in there. A little bit. So I'm like, okay, I'm in here kicking, and I already told him wasn't nothing, by that time. No, I'm not going there with you. This is going to be longer than 2 minutes. I know it. So anyway, in the 2-minute frame, where it says 2 and then it could be even 2:50, still in the 2-minute thing. This is going to be longer. So I'm just laying in the bed, kicking it with them. And I promise you, he pulls out his wiener, and I have to call it that. I don't usually call them that because they're more than just that. However, the word wiener, the sound, vibration of it, is exactly what he had. And I promise you, I don't even believe that it was that. I have not ever seen anything that. And I haven't brought myself to embrace someone who was totally not near my canal length. However, experienced, oh my God, probably like the most wow energy that I didn't know. I almost wouldn't. If I didn't start my period, like that next one, it was like shit. I would have probably been married to him. I would have. I wouldn't have left the country. It was like every encounter, it's actually 3. It was like getting bigger, bigger, bigger. And I was like, oh my God. So size is not it. It's not the size. I mean, literally, this was like, oh my God. And that was my first, totally not length compatible. However, this date, the one that I didn't engage with, definitely wasn't planning on doing that. At that moment, I was definitely not even into intimacy. I was getting my body all together for marriage, and so I wasn't engaging with anybody. Closed the door of humping without matrimony it was like for a minute, So I was just playing around. Like I do that. Like it's ventures, like just watch the movie and see what happens, even though you let them know. You let them know there's nothing happening. They still want to try. So all of a sudden, we just laying and he just want to whip it out, and I'm like, holy hell. what is that? You know, it was like, wow. Like, I know it wasn't the smallest in the universe. It was goddamn close to it. I promise. And I believe that's why the Lord guided me to have that adventure, just to see how tiny they really can go. And I just was like, whoa, like that is, who do you engage with, really? You know, and I definitely, you know, I just was sitting there just allowing him to try me, knowing that he wasn't gonna. I have nice adventures. Anyway, so all of a sudden, he was trying to ask me, well, can I put it in your... I don't let anyone go near my ass. And I don't even know what happened in the world people want to do. I remember Martin Lawrence once said, you know, he said so many wonderful, most comedians, profound things where the daughters say, that ain't it. You know, that ain't it, nigga. That is not it. You know, when they real Russian and they just kind of graze. That ain't it. That is warning, warning. That's like the alarm system. You're going in one of those areas that you don't supposed to enter. I love that scene. And now people just think it is it. It's still not it for me. Fuck that. No. I mean, why do you think they have Depends in them adult diapers? Because after you get in there, you know, you're going against the whole mechanism, the whole muscle contraction, and you're like, you're gonna fucking lose your fucking ability to hold your bowels, and then all of a sudden you're wearing Depends. I'm not doing that. You just can't get me to fucking believe that all of a sudden someone comes out with a fucking doctor's or whatever theory that your orgasm buttons are located in your fucking rear where you shit. I done had many the turds, and not one of them have turned me the fuck on. So where's this orgasm button hidden? The whole time I've shit it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't had oh, that was a great, you know, I mean, it feels good to shit. However, not an orgasm. Anyway, I'm just saying, I brought that in because clearly he wanted to try to get something on, and he was trying to use that, like, okay, I won't enter you there, but can I enter you there? I said, hell no. I'm just talking to him. And then I really like it. I really like it that way. Why? I asked him why. Because he can feel more. Because it's tighter for his wiener. You know? And I believe that's why some dudes want to fucking fuck you in your ass. Just saying, let's just be frank. Because they always want to go for something that's not them. I mean, we have to be compatible. If your canal is from here to here and he only reaches here, then he's not massaging those and tapping that. And then if it's too big, he's missing out because he want to get the full, and he's stopping right here because you got to be compatible. And so some sons just, they go for lust or how she looks or whatever, and then they don't realize that you got to know compatibility. And, you know, because she's not wide or tight enough, you know, depending on their build. And so they want to say, well, let me get something off because I can't barely feel a thing because I'm like drowning in your womb. I'm drowning in your womb because you're compatible not with me. And they like, well, at least the butthole is tight. I can get some type of friction. And they just decided to do that, you know, and I don't play that. You're not compatible. Find who's compatible. And yeah, you might be a hot guy and sexy as hell, and I would rub all over you. However, let's just deal with the ergonomics of our body. You know? Like, I want to see someone face to face when we're humping. I want it aggressive and nice and eye to eye. I don't want to be like staring at your pectoral muscles and hair while your head is up here because you're too taller than me. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, the short head guys, I mean, they can at least, the point is that we got to be able to eye thrust tongues and mouths. And so I'm just saying that I'm really getting a little freakier today because I got filled up. If you look at show 37, it tells you I had an experience. Anyway, that's all. I just want to say compatibility.